for the purpose of electrical grounding. An office where laser hair removal is performed is classified as a healthcare facility. This classification carries specific implications for electrical safety and the application of relevant codes and standards. Grounding in healthcare facilities is crucial to minimize the risk of electrical shock to patients and staff, particularly in areas where electrical equipment is used in close proximity to individuals. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, contains specific requirements for the grounding of electrical systems in healthcare facilities. These requirements are designed to ensure a safe electrical environment and to prevent electrical hazards. Firstly, it's important to define what constitutes a healthcare facility according to the NEC. The NEC defines healthcare facilities as buildings or portions of buildings that provide healthcare services to patients. These facilities can include hospitals, clinics, medical and dental offices, nursing homes, and other similar establishments. The determination of whether a laser hair removal office is considered a healthcare facility depends on the specific activities performed and the services provided. If the laser hair removal office provides healthcare services to patients, it would likely be classified as a healthcare facility under the NEC. This classification triggers the application of specific grounding requirements outlined in Article 517 of the NEC, which addresses healthcare facilities. Article 517 of the NEC provides detailed requirements for the grounding and wiring of electrical systems in healthcare facilities. These requirements are more stringent than those for general commercial or residential buildings due to the increased risk of electrical shock in healthcare settings. The purpose of these requirements is to minimize the potential for electrical leakage current and to ensure that electrical equipment is properly grounded to provide a safe path for fault currents. The grounding requirements in Article 517 of the NEC address several key aspects of electrical system design and installation. 1. Grounding of electrical equipment. All electrical equipment in a healthcare facility must be properly grounded to provide a low impedance path for fault currents. This grounding helps to minimize the voltage rise on equipment enclosures and to prevent electrical shock hazards. The grounding conductors must be sized appropriately to handle the potential fault currents. 2. Isolated power systems. In certain critical care areas of a healthcare facility, such as operating rooms and intensive care units, isolated power systems may be required. These systems are designed to minimize the risk of electrical shock by isolating the electrical supply from ground. Isolated power systems use a special transformer that does not have a direct connection to ground. 3. Equipotential grounding. Equipotential grounding is another important aspect of grounding in healthcare facilities. Equipotential grounding involves bonding together all conductive surfaces in a patient care facility to minimize voltage differences between them. This bonding helps to prevent electrical shock hazards by ensuring that all conductive surfaces are at the same potential. 4. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs. Ground fault circuit interrupters are often required in healthcare facilities, particularly in wet locations such as bathrooms and hydrotherapy areas. GFCIs are designed to detect small leakage currents to ground and to quickly interrupt the circuit to prevent electrical shock hazards. 5. Wiring methods. The wiring methods used in healthcare facilities must also comply with specific requirements outlined in Article 517 of the NEC. These requirements address the types of wiring allowed, the installation methods, and the protection of wiring from physical damage. It is important to use appropriate wiring methods to ensure the reliability and safety of the electrical system. The specific grounding requirements for a laser hair removal office will depend on several factors, including the type of equipment used, the areas where patients are treated, and the overall design of the electrical system. It is essential to consult with a qualified electrical engineer or electrician to determine the applicable requirements and to ensure that the electrical system is designed and installed in compliance with the NEC. Furthermore, state and local regulations may impose additional requirements for healthcare facilities. It is important to be aware of and comply with all applicable regulations to ensure the safety of patients and staff. In addition to the NEC requirements, there are other standards and guidelines that may be relevant to the grounding of electrical systems in healthcare facilities. These standards may provide additional information and recommendations for ensuring a safe electrical environment. The National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, publishes several standards related to electrical safety, including NFPA 70, which is the NEC, and NFPA 99, which covers healthcare facilities. These standards provide valuable guidance for designing, installing, and maintaining electrical systems in healthcare facilities. In conclusion, a laser hair removal office is generally considered a healthcare facility for the purpose of electrical grounding. This classification triggers the application of specific grounding requirements outlined in Article 517 of the NEC. These requirements are designed to minimize the risk of electrical shock to patients and staff and to ensure a safe electrical environment. It is essential to consult with a qualified electrical engineer or electrician to determine the applicable requirements and to ensure that the electrical system is designed and installed in compliance with the NEC and other relevant standards and regulations. This will help to protect the safety of patients and staff and to prevent electrical hazards. Consider, too, that in the specific case of laser hair removal, the equipment itself can be sensitive to voltage fluctuations and grounding issues. Precise energy delivery is crucial for effective treatment and to avoid adverse skin reactions. Therefore, a stable and properly grounded electrical system is not just about safety, but also about treatment efficacy. Furthermore, the increasing sophistication of medical equipment necessitates increasingly robust grounding systems. Modern lasers and other energy-based devices often incorporate sensitive electronic components that are vulnerable to damage from electrical surges or noise. A well-designed grounding system can help to protect these components and to ensure the reliable operation of the equipment. So, to reiterate the key takeaways, firstly, laser hair removal offices are typically classified as healthcare facilities for electrical grounding purposes. Secondly, NEC Article 517 contains specific grounding requirements for healthcare facilities. Thirdly, compliance with these requirements is crucial for patient and staff safety. Fourthly, consult with qualified professionals for proper design and installation. Finally, consider the sensitivity of laser equipment to electrical variations. In addition to the topics mentioned earlier, let us delve into the concept of leakage current and its importance in healthcare facilities. Leakage current refers to the small amount of electrical current that can flow through the insulation of electrical equipment to ground. While this current is typically very small, it can still pose a risk of electrical shock, particularly in healthcare settings where patients may be more vulnerable due to medical conditions or procedures. The NEC sets limits on the amount of leakage current that is allowed in healthcare facilities. These limits are designed to minimize the risk of electrical shock and to ensure a safe electrical environment. The grounding system plays a crucial role in limiting leakage current by providing a low impedance path for the current to flow back to the source. A properly designed and installed grounding system can help to minimize the voltage rise on equipment enclosures and to prevent electrical shock hazards. Another important aspect of grounding in healthcare facilities is the concept of redundancy. Redundancy refers to the use of multiple grounding paths to ensure that there is always a reliable path for fault currents to flow. Redundancy can be achieved by using multiple grounding electrodes, bonding conductors, and other grounding techniques. The use of redundancy can help to improve the reliability of the grounding system and to minimize the risk of electrical shock in the event of a fault. It is also important to consider the impact of electromagnetic interference, or EMI, on electrical systems in healthcare facilities. EMI refers to the electrical noise that can be generated by electrical equipment and other sources. This noise can interfere with the operation of sensitive electronic equipment and can cause malfunctions or errors. A well-designed grounding system can help to reduce EMI by providing a low impedance path for the noise to flow back to the source. This can help to improve the performance and reliability of electrical equipment in healthcare facilities. The regular inspection and maintenance of grounding systems is also essential to ensure their continued effectiveness. Grounding systems can degrade over time due to corrosion, loose connections, and other factors. Regular inspections can help to identify and correct any problems before they can lead to electrical hazards. Maintenance activities such as tightening connections, cleaning grounding electrodes, and replacing damaged components can help to extend the life of the grounding system and to ensure its continued reliability. The installation of transient voltage surge suppressors, or TVSS, can provide additional protection against electrical surges in healthcare facilities. TVSS devices are designed to protect electrical equipment from damage caused by lightning strikes, power surges, and other transient voltage events. These devices can help to prevent equipment failures and to ensure the continued operation of critical medical equipment. The proper selection and installation of TVSS devices is essential to ensure their effectiveness. TVSS devices should be selected based on the specific voltage and current requirements of the electrical system and should be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. They need to be placed at the service entrance and on sensitive equipment. The education and training of healthcare personnel on electrical safety is also crucial to prevent electrical accidents. Healthcare personnel should be trained on the proper use of electrical equipment, the recognition of electrical hazards, and the procedures to follow in the event of an electrical emergency. This training can help to reduce the risk of electrical shock and other electrical injuries. The development and implementation of a comprehensive electrical safety program is essential for healthcare facilities. This program should include policies and procedures for the safe use of electrical equipment, the regular inspection and maintenance of electrical systems, and the training of healthcare personnel on electrical safety. A well-designed and implemented electrical safety program can help to create a safe electrical environment for patients and staff. In addition to the NEC requirements, there are other resources available to help healthcare facilities improve their electrical safety. The Electrical Safety Foundation International, or ESFI, is a non-profit organization that provides educational materials and resources on electrical safety. ESFI offers a variety of publications, videos, and other resources that can help healthcare facilities to understand and comply with electrical safety requirements. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, also provides guidance on electrical safety in the workplace. OSHA has specific regulations and standards that address electrical hazards and the measures that employers must take to protect their employees from these hazards. Healthcare facilities should be familiar with OSHA's electrical safety regulations and should implement appropriate measures to comply with these regulations. Electrical safety audits can be a valuable tool for identifying potential electrical hazards in healthcare facilities. These audits involve a thorough inspection of the electrical system by a qualified electrical professional. The auditor will identify any deficiencies in the electrical system and will make recommendations for correcting these deficiencies. Regular electrical safety audits can help to prevent electrical accidents and to ensure that the electrical system is in compliance with all applicable requirements. The use of technology can also help to improve electrical safety in healthcare facilities. For example, remote monitoring systems can be used to monitor the performance of electrical equipment and to detect potential problems before they can lead to failures. These systems can also be used to track energy consumption and to identify opportunities for energy savings. Additionally, smart electrical panels can provide real-time information on the status of electrical circuits and can alert personnel to potential problems. In summary, ensuring electrical safety in a laser air removal office, classified as a healthcare facility, requires a multifaceted approach encompassing adherence to the NEC, specifically Article 517, regular inspections and maintenance, the implementation of redundancy in grounding systems, mitigation of EMI, the installation of TVSS, comprehensive training for personnel, a robust electrical safety program, and the adoption of relevant technologies. By addressing these aspects, healthcare facilities can create a safe electrical environment for patients and staff, minimizing the risk of electrical shock and ensuring the reliable operation of critical medical equipment.